I'm all the way up here. You can't get me.
What? Okay.
Fine.
All right.
What?
All right. This
You
sucks,
good?
but all right.
I see you up there.
Hi, and welcome back to my awesome YouTube channel. My name is Ray, and today I will be talking about this peak ARG called a reject.
Yep.
Built this.
Now, if you click this video and don't know what a reject is, first off, go watch it. But if you don't have the time, I guess I can give you a quick summary. So what is a reject about? To make a long story short, this guy Z has an entity living in, kind of haunting, not really, his Minecraft world. But moving on from that, why am I making a video on this ARG right now? Well, it's because of this scene from season 2 of this series.
Can you see where you can, I guess that works too, I don't know.
But Ray, it's not possible to break bedrock in Minecraft. Right you are, little butt chug. It should not be possible. So then how does it work? Today, we are figuring out how much force does it take to break through bedrock in one punch in both Minecraft and in real life. Let's begin. Gravity will more than likely not have as much of an impact on the estimations today, so we won't really go over them. I may leave the math for the Minecraft gravity on the screen if you're curious. We've established gravity now, but what about the bedrock? It's a lot more complicated than I hoped it would be, but we can make it work. So right off the bat, I had to do some research on what bedrock even is. Here's what I learned. Bedrock is a consolidated rock layer and it forms beneath the soil and gravel across the Earth's crust. In Minecraft, bedrock is not based on any specific type of bedrock, but rather the concept of bedrock as a whole, which totally doesn't make my life harder. Bedrock actually has 3 different types: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. I would go into all these different types of bedrock, but ain't nobody got time for that. So I'll be focusing on igneous bedrock since its properties are the most similar. Igneous bedrock is cooled and solidified molten rock, lava or magma. Solid granite is a type of igneous bedrock and is incredibly tough to break through. Because of this, we will be using solid granite bedrock as a comparison to bedrock used in Minecraft. The bedrock has a low porosity, which means the empty space in the material is less, and due to this, the granite has a higher resistance to abrasions, which, if you didn't already pick up on, means this rock is much harder to break. Awesome. Okay, so the mass of 1 cubic meter of solid granite bedrock translates to roughly 2,800 kilograms. That ends the bedrock portion of this segment. Now, what about Z? Well, all we really need to know is his mass. Z went to a military camp for like 2 years and is in his early 20s. Based on this info, he should fall around 150 to 185 pounds. And for keeping the numbers consistent, we'll say he's 160, which means his mass is about 72 kilograms. Now that's over, let's actually get into these calculations. Okay, first things first, we need to establish the bare bones basic info from the video itself. To the left is Z's velocity based on the original clip. On the right is a rough estimate of how much time a single punch took Z based on the same clip. We also need to note here that to break a block in creative mode in Minecraft, the speed is incident according to Minecraft speeds. Because of this, I am choosing the time 0.005 seconds, 1/100th of a tick, to represent the actual break time. With that, let's get into the first force, the Minecraft force. Starting off, we need the shear strength of bedrock, the granite. No, I'm not an engineer by any means, but I can try to figure this out. Shear strength is the ability for a material to resist forces that cause it to slide against itself in reference to its internal structure. And granite bedrock, I found, tends to have a pretty large range of potential shear strength values. Just as before, I'll do an estimate, and because I'm still not an engineer, we will not be diving into the specifics of how shear strength works. To finish, we will be using a shear strength of 30 MPa for the granite bedrock. Okay, log back in. By using this force equation with the shear strength and contact perimeter of Z's fist estimated to be around 0.35 meters, Z's force would have to reach about 10.5 million newtons in order to completely punch through a 1 meter bedrock block. And with that, our Minecraft force is found. So what about the IRL force? So in Minecraft, this character is about 1.8 blocks tall, which is 6'1" or 1.8 meters tall. Since this is the IRL version, I scaled the blocks to match in correlation to Z's height. With Z being 5'10" or 1.778 meters, the bedrock block will be about 1.928 meters tall, which is also for its width and thickness. Same as before, we use the sheer strength of 30 MPa and the contact perimeter of Z's fist to find the force of the real-life scenario. The difference here is that the thickness for the real-life scenario is smaller to match Z's cannon height. And that's our final real-life force. In conclusion, the amount of force needed to break through Bedrock in Minecraft and in real life is 10.5 meganewtons and 10.12 meganewtons respectively. So what does this mean? Don't try this at home, kids. Once again, my name is Ray, and thank you so much for watching. Toodles!